Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been working really hard on my closet organization, but it's been such a huge undertaking. So today I'm going to share with you my jewelry organization. I've decided to give my closet that glamorous boho chic look. As you can see, I've got lots of storage in these little cubbies, but my jewelry has been shoved down to below eye level, so I need to bring that up when I reconfigure all of these cubes, and I need to use better looking jewelry holders and organizers. This looks terrible. So first things first, let's clean everything out. And I did try to get the footage of me cleaning out the actual two bottom rows that I was using also as jewelry, a jewelry area, but I never hit the record button. One of the things that I have in my jewelry organization is this really great ring holder. It holds so many rings, but there are some problems. As you can see, it's absolutely filthy. Well, it's made out of velvet, or it's covered in velvet, so I need to keep it clean, but it's hard to keep it clean. It just attracts a lot of lint. So I'm taking this brush and I'm cleaning it off, but I've made the decision as I was cleaning it that I didn't like the fact that it was so dark and that space already struggles with needing enough light. So I thought, let me try to paint over this. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm prepping it with the toothbrush. It's an old toothbrush. It's not my toothbrush that I use. It's just an old toothbrush that I use for cleaning, and toothbrushes can be such a great use for cleanups and little scrubbing detail areas. And I'm just getting all that dust and dirt off of this before I try to start putting paint on it. I'm using a paint that I've made with plaster of Paris and regular latex wall paint, and this is the first coat, and as you can see, the velvet is absolutely soaking up that paint. It does take several coats, and I normally would not only fast play this as I'm doing, but I would also chop out most of it. But I kind of wanted you guys to see what it looks like with the paint application, because it is quite tedious and it did take several coats. So if you do try to do this yourself, I would suggest stick with it, because as you can see, as it goes along, it gets better and better. Because right now, and even with the first coat, this is the second coat now. The first coat looked really bad, and now here's the second coat, and I was getting a little discouraged, but I thought, no, I'm going to push forward. I'm going to keep going. And one of the things that I found is, because of it being velvet, you have to let it dry between each coat. So this project took several days because I had to make sure and let the paint dry between each one of the coats, fully dry. And it does take a while with it being cloth, with it being the velvet. It did take a while. Now here is the third coat. How amazing does that look already? Once I started to slap on the third coat, I felt so much better, and I felt so much more confident about this project. And I knew that it was going to be a winner if I just stuck with it. And getting down into all those little nooks and crannies was difficult, but I just used different brush sizes and it really came together. So now I am at this point putting on the fourth coat, and it is just wonderful. It's white, it's bright, and now I'm adding some ballet slipper in Waverly's chalk paint, and I'm only adding it to the fingers, and as you can see, I'm applying it just to the fronts and the very tops of the little fingers. The front row, I decided to go with the ballet slipper color. This looks so fresh and so feminine. For the second coat, I used some craft paint that I got from Walmart. It's a metallic and in gold. And once I started to apply this, I loved this project. I was so glad that I stuck with it because I was about ready to give up covering the black velvet. I can see the boho chic look coming to life with this gold shimmery paint. It is so adorable. It's glamorous. I love it with the pink. It's a great color combination. For the third row, I'm using Waverly's chalk paint in Mineral, which is a gray tone, and it was perfect. I'm glad that I chose the gold to be in between the two flat colors of the ballet slipper and the Mineral because the gold just stands out. It's shimmery and it's just bright, and my rings look so nice compared to the black velvet, and it's so much brighter. It will bring more light bouncing off in those small little cubby areas than the black velvet, which just soaked up every bit of light.
This project was a great start for my boho chic inspired closet makeover. It's pretty, it's fresh, and it's a great start for a glamorous look.
Now I'm using this wonderful contact paper that I purchased on Amazon. I'm going to line it inside of this clear plastic tray that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I'm taking some wax paper, placing it inside, and I'm going to trace with a pencil the outline of the inside of this tray. That little wax paper will be a pattern that I will use to cut out the shape that I need from the actual contact paper, which I love because it's that pink and gold. That's where I chose my colors from for my ring holder. So now I'm just carefully cutting out my contact paper. Now I'm just going to peel the paper from the backing and place it in my tray. And now I've upgraded this simple plastic container for my jewelry. Now I've taken a second tray that I purchased also at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trace out the bottom of one of these little tray compartments with the wax paper and use it as a pattern to cut out the shapes from the contact paper. This time I'm going to use, because it's a smaller square, I'm going to just use the little lines in the back of it for cutting it. I love using contact paper as a decorative solution for a lot of my home decor items because you can quickly change the look in a room or to an area without using a lot of money, and it's a really quick, bright fix, and you don't have to be married to it. You can get rid of it and choose something else down the line. So contact paper is a really great tool for decorating. It's also really easy to use because it has all these little lines on the back. Usually all of them have lines on the back, so you can easily cut out, measure out, and then cut out the shapes that you need. I think the hardest part about using contact paper is taking the actual contact paper off of the backing. That's the only negative to contact paper, is separating the actual paper from the backing. Here it looks really fast, but I've put it on fast speed, so that's why it looks so easy. But it wasn't. And now I have a matching set of jewelry holders to use in my jewelry organization. These boho chic bins will add a pretty touch to my closet makeover and turn something ordinary into something glam. This next jewelry organizer is a little out of the box. I'm going to take this glass that I purchased at Dollar Tree and I'm going to use it as a bracelet holder. First, I'm going to remove the sticker, and I'm going to show what I did to remove the sticker, because if you're like me and you have problems with stickers, I hate removing and peeling off stickers, but it is an easy fix. You just need a blow dryer and put it on high heat and get that sticker warmed up, and then it will much more easily and in one piece come off. And if it still has problems, just keep working at it. But now I'm left with this sticky residue. What do? Use some hand sanitizer. And we have a lot of that on hand right now, don't we? I'm going to use these 3 paint colors for my painting project inside of this glass. I wanted to look decorative, and I wanted to use the same colors that I've been using, which is the mineral that you see here and the ballet slipper, and then my off-white that I made myself. I'm simply mixing the colors with a popsicle stick and just letting the color drip down in there whichever way it will go. And I'm just letting gravity do its thing. Now I'm going to use some of the ballet slipper. This is a lot thicker, so I'm just going to work with it and mix it up a little bit more. And it's a lot thicker, but it's okay. This is a painting project that is not perfect, so you just go with what happens. And I'm just going to let that drip in there all over. Now, I did not let the gray dry before I started to add the pink in there. I did both of them as they were wet. I used the pink over the gray. Once I was done with both of those, I let them dry fully and completely. And then I came back with my off-white and I painted all of the areas that were visible, that didn't have any paint on them. And as you can see, it's creating a design. I painted 2 coats and let each coat dry before I repainted the second coat. But this was a easy and fun little painting project. And because the paint is on the inside, it's nice and smooth on the outside and it won't ever be scratched. Now, because of the surface and the cubbies being a little slick, I'm worried about this slipping, so I'm going to place a layer of hot glue all around the rim of the glass, and that will give enough traction to keep the glass from sliding around inside my cubby.
This bracelet organizer is a smart choice because it uses the space vertically, and the paint turned it into a one-of-a-kind piece of boho chic artwork.
This next project was super easy. I purchased 6 of these jewelry organizers that are clear plastic with drawers, and I hot glued 3 in one stack, and I simply placed the hot glue only on the corners because I didn't want much hot glue to show. And then I hot glued 3 more together. And I keep opening up the drawers to make sure that I do have the drawers the right way, or that I don't have them upside down. I've made those kind of mistakes before. And now once I've gotten them all hot glued together, both stacks, I'm looking to see here how I'll do it, and I'm going to hot glue both of these stacks together so I can form one large jewelry organizer. Clear jewelry organizers are so popular right now.
Not only beautiful, this jewelry chest I've created is great because I can easily find my pieces.
This next jewelry organizer is something that I already have. It's an old sign that I use to hang my necklaces on. These hooks are great. I accidentally broke one, but as you can see, you can see the lettering. This is a Christmas sign. I'd painted gray, but you can still see it. So what I'm going to do is this area right here, I'm going to paint a color, and then I'm going to take this contact paper that I love so much, and I'm going to place it all the way across. First, I'm going to measure out the actual area and mark it as to what needs to be painted. Next, I'm going to remove all of my hooks. And I'm going to take this metallic paint once again, craft paint, and I'm going to paint a few layers, a few thin layers, excuse me, on this bottom area, marked off area. I do want to mark it and make sure that I do go above the line. That's why I marked it, because the contact paper is going to go up to the actual line, and I want to make sure that I don't miss a spot, that I paint a little past the line. So that's a good trick to use. It took 3 coats to get it to that color, and as you notice, I'm going ahead and using the gold paint, and I'm painting the areas that are right over where I will be hanging the sign. Now I'm going to paint all my little hooks with the same gold paint. And I'm painting 2 coats of the gold on the hooks. Now that everything's dry, I'm putting all my hooks back in place. If you have found any of my ideas helpful with your jewelry organization or entertaining, please give me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Now that I have placed all the hooks on, I'm going to measure and see exactly how wide and how long I need to cut the contact paper. This contact paper was a little bit difficult to work with. It kept wanting to roll up on me with every project that I did. Amazon did a good job of rolling it together. But it's really, really pretty. So now I'm marking the holes and I'm using this hole puncher to remove the paper. And the reason I painted those little holes gold as well is because if the hole puncher hole was a little larger, I wanted to make sure that the gold would peek through and not the gray. And now I'm simply placing my contact paper on and getting really excited because it looks really gorgeous. Now I'm going to stencil on a cute saying with this package of stencils that I purchased at Walmart. And I'm using my homemade chalk paint in off-white. And I'm giving about it was 3 coats. I stenciled on 3 coats of the off-white with a makeup sponge. And now I'm stenciling on the love. And here I have a package of mirror arrows that I purchased at Dollar Tree. They're 3 in a pack and they stick on, and I wanted to use one of them, but I wanted it the gold color to match along with the rest of my sign. So I'm using my gold craft paint in metallic and I'm painting 2 coats onto this little arrow. As you can see, this necklace organizer is definitely my favorite project of all the organizers I created, and I can't wait to put this together in my closet. I used this simple rack from Dollar Tree and flipped it up on its side and used it as an earring organizer. I love how these cute trays and holders all turned out. These sweet and fresh boho chic colors will bring life to my closet. And now that I have my jewelry organization problems all solved, I can tackle the rest of my closet. Visit my channel next week as I place all of these organizers into my closet and share with you my closet reveal. Thanks so much for stopping by, and until next time, have a great day.